Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now we have the Banquet summary, and I'll probably have to do this in a couple of videos once I have actually had the chance to kind of stomach it a bit more, but I will go through with you basically the general info of this. I will leave the link to this post in the video description if you want to read it on your own. I haven't fully kind of digested all the information here because there's quite a lot of it. However, again, we're going to have three different events: Banquet Solo event, Alliance event, and Realm event. And there are going to be three different crystals. There's going to be Banquet Grace Crystal, Greater Banquet Crystal, and the Superior Banquet Crystal. That's going to be for Thronebreakers Plus only. They will still cost 300 units. And then the 7-star champions available here. We're going to have the Absorbing Man, Kingpin, Valkyrie, Scorpion, Hulkling, Thor, Jane Foster, Nimrin, Wolverine, Epic X, and this Punisher is like a special rank reward, basically. The Founders Keepers box keys are not a selector, however, you will get every champion once prior to the box restarting with double gets. That's how the box works. Banquet event points breakdown. Well, generally what you need to know is that open a Superior Banquet Grace Crystal gives you 100 points. Purchase a Superior Banquet Crystal, it gives you 300 points. Which is quite crucial to know because all of these values here in milestone points, they do not equate to units. Effectively, one unit is 1.33 points. Because 300 units will give you 400 points. So in order to reach this milestone, for instance, you need 300 units. In order to reach this milestone, you need 600 units. So that is kind of important to know. Other few key numbers that I kind of deduced: there's about 1100 units in the milestones themselves, some here early on at the beginning, and then some more in the, I think it was Alliance or Realm event, but we're going to get to it. And also, you can get four of these Banquet Crystal Selectors, which obviously will give you another 100 points towards the event totals. So if we account for that, that kind of helps us to get a better idea where these milestones would be, because it looks like 16,400, but again, it's not the units. If we get a quick calculation out there, and I'm going to flip out the calculator. So 16,400 units divided by 1.33, well, 4, whatever. That would take about 12,000 units, but again, you will get about 1,100 units from the milestones themselves. That takes it to like 11,1, and you get about 400 points, which would equate to 300 units from the milestones. So this does look like approximately 10,800 units needed, not the 16,000 ones. But that's also not keeping in mind all the Greater Banquet Crystals or Superior Banquet Crystals that we will end up earning in other events or arenas or whatever else Kabam's going to be giving out, because generally there is like a calendar that has like 5 or 6 of these things in, and so this unit cost actually will likely plummet below 10,000 to get that Founders Keepers Banquet Box Key 1. When it comes to the rewards, again, it's kind of hard to fully grasp them from lists like this. I don't understand why Kabam doesn't just post some decent graphics alongside with these. But there are quite a lot of exciting things. Obviously, we do have the Founders Keepers Banquet Box here in that solo event milestones. Then we do have 7-star Awakening Gem Shards. You're going to get your 7-star Awakening Gem as well from this. You get 3 Tier 7 Basic Catalyst times 2, so that's not too bad. But realistically, the milestones here aren't the craziest, I would say. There's a bunch of Tier 4 Alpha Catalysts, which I love because there's never enough of those. But the milestones, again, do not seem to be kind of the craziest there. However, now we have the Alliance event, which as the main reward offerings will give you, number 1, the Jubilant Crystal, but it also gives you 7-star 6 Stones, Titan Shards, and again, rest of it doesn't look too great. It doubles with Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst, which I can't say that I'm super excited for. But yeah, Alliance event in general doesn't look too spicy at all up until the last 3 things, basically. But again, that is just the nature of the fact that the Banquet event is always kind of tuned for all the progressions, more or less, and it doesn't differentiate too much. So where's the good stuff? Well, first of all, the Alliance rank rewards do look much better. Like the top alliance rank rewards now include the 7-star Nexus Hero Crystal, Tier 5 Alpha Catalyst fully, and next 7-star Statcast Relic, 7-star Trophy Champion, Limited Pool Champion Selector. Those are kind of cool too, including Heart of Fire champions there. So alliance rank rewards definitely much better, and the cool thing is that you get 1 second. 7-star Trophy Selector for event. Next time crystals. Tier 5 Alpha Catalyst Fragments for even if extend over to like top 100 alliances. So they definitely do have better scaling here, because previously only up until top 10 you had like somewhat decent meaningful rewards, and then everything outside of top 10 was like 1% or 1 to 3% alliance, and then you basically, you know, got nothing exciting. So they do have better scaling for alliance events, so that's fair enough. The rewards aren't the most exciting ones, but we kind of knew that's going to be the case. Continuing on, Banquet Realm event. This is where you do get your Absorbing Man or Kingpin. It is the Selector for 24,000 points. Again, that would roughly translate to about like 16,000 units. The bad news is that there's only one available for the units. Or at the very least, it does seem that there's only one, and you will have to pick in between Absorbing Man or Kingpin unless you spend money. If you will want to get the other one, you will have to spend cash. I was hoping that they're going to extend, you know, milestones kind of further and put, you know, another Abs Man for like 25k units or something like that, but they didn't do that. So unless you spend cash, you have to pick either or. I know a lot of people are not going to be super enthusiastic about that. But then in the Realm event, milestones, effectively, there is a 7-star rank 3 to 4 gem, which I think is kind of cool, because as long as you kind of like do the units, like new accounts will end up with some rank 4s from this, so it's not bad at all. 7-star Founders Keeper Signature Stones, that's kind of cool. Tier 4 Alpha Catalysts, of course, nice. Without 2-3 gems, not too bad. There's some Jubilant Crystals. And that's it. I can't say that the milestones themselves are like mega exciting. There isn't much in terms of kind of like, outside of what we knew exactly, Absorbing Man, Kingpin, and the Founders Keepers box keys, there isn't like anything like super attractive, at least to me, or no kind of like special item. But at the same time, I'm sure the overall value is going to add together just fine, and it is still going to help you tremendously towards your account progression, especially if the actual Banquet crystals are good. The problem is we don't have that information. We do not have the drop rates of the Jubilant crystal and the, you know, superior Banquet crystals, which I think is kind of like the key of this event, to be honest, because the entire thing kind of hinges on it. Part of the reason why last year's Banquet event felt so bad was because it felt abysmally bad opening the Banquet, you know, crystals to begin with. And it generally had a feeling that, you know, you would just open those Banquet crystals, you basically got barely anything for it, but you did it in order to get the milestones and these rewards. Looking like this year, you might want to be doing it the other way around, where these things are like very good, nice bonuses for the vast majority of it, and there are, you know, some additional items that are cool, but I can't say that, you know, 2 tier 4 alpha catalyst as the third highest milestone is something that would like encourage me spending a ton. If the Banquet crystals themselves are good, then it's going to be just like a consequence of me trying to open the Banquet crystals and being happy for that, though. So I think that Kabam has kind of flipped the script here, or I hope they have flipped the script, and I hope the Banquet crystals are good, because if they are not, this does not look great. I'll put it like that. Currently, the biggest hope is in the Banquet crystals themselves. Additionally, obviously, the juiciest thing here is the 7-star Punisher, rank 6, SIG 200, and the absolute insane rewards for the Banquet Realm event ranked rewards that do include, you know, multiple 7-star Awakening gems, that do include a bunch of Relic Sig stones, limited pooled Crystal Champion selectors, 7-star Signature stones, like 400 of those, 1 out of 5 Nexus Titan crystals, 7-star rank up gems, 4 to 5, 4 of those. So if you top this, there's going to be like 4 rank 5s minimum for the, you know, top winners. And it's going to be a filthy quick transition to 2 rank 5s. because I reckon, you know, they're probably going to earn a couple of rank 5, 7 stars from the Banquet crystals to begin with, because they will have tier 5 alpha fragments in them. And then getting 4 of those bad boys. Oh god, that sounds so painful. That sounds so painful to go up against, but fine, I'm sure that somebody's going to be very happy about it. Again, the cool thing is that, again, now there are great rewards for even up to top 600. So 301 to 600, you will still get the rank up gem. 1 second, I believe you do. 7-star rank up gem crystal 45. So you get a rank 5 even up to 600. So again, that is extended set of rewards. And then obviously after 600, it goes up until 2600, and then the 1%. And even the top, even the 600 first, 2600, it still gets like a full tier 5 alpha catalyst, 7-star Banquet box champion selectors times 2, tier 7 basic catalyst times 3. There's still good rewards even below that 600. The 1% you can kind of see like a fairly significant drop off in that, but it's still, you know, meaningful stuff. So it seems that there's a lot of reward budget that has gone there. Overall, my kind of like final thoughts about this is that I can't have final thoughts, because there are aspects of it that do seem kind of blasé, and there are aspects of this event that do seem like obviously super hype. Ultimately, and without having completely digested the overall value that, let's say, 15,000 units net you in this, and I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure that 15,000 units overall will get you, you know, a handful of rank 4s and, you know, a whole bunch of crystals to open and stuff like that. And I'm sure, again, once the graphics come out from the people and the information is presented in more kind of like digestible way, we're going to figure out the value is quite decent there. But to me, how good and how hype this event is going to work out will entirely depend on how good the Banquet and the Jubilant crystals can end up being. Unfortunately, we have zero idea about it. Juan just doesn't talk about it. And Jubilant crystals have joined the Banquet, and with them, some of the rarest materials available in the contest, including tier 5 alpha catalyst fragments. They are drops within the superior Banquet crystals, and in addition to tier 5 alpha catalyst fragments, they contain 7-star awakening gems, Titan Nexus crystals, Banquet box keys, 7-star Punisher, and more. But what are the drop rates? Because again, like, the devil's in the details, and without knowing how the Banquet crystals look like, it's kind of hard to gauge. I think they went as a whole. It absolutely looks like they have taken some information from the past year and try to make the Banquet better, and I think that's a good thing. However, that does not necessarily mean that they have succeeded. We will have to be the judges of that once you know, the event starts, because they might have overcorrected some things, or they might have sacrificed one thing for another. For instance, you know, the milestones do not necessarily look, again, super exciting for like neither of the events. The rank rewards obviously look good, but yeah, it is definitely going to be interesting to see when the event actually starts, because we still don't have the full picture, and as I often like to say, the devil is in the details. And if the Banquet crystals and the Jubilant crystals seem worth it, seem good, seem thrilling to open, I think we can be set up for a very, very good Banquet event. If they do not, then it might not be to everybody's liking. Let me know what you guys think, and again, I will ponder about this more. I'll see your reactions and see, perhaps make another video on the Banquet shortly. But for now, that is it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about